Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of INTJ Talk. I am Taryn. Nice to be back. I think we are on episode number 9 already. So it's crazy how long these things have already been going on since I started. But this episode is about weird habits or, seemingly weird habits of INTJs. So the first weird habit that we have is having a sixth sense, or at least people thinking that we have that. We kind of have this habit of seeming to know when something is going to happen before it happens. And I think it's because we base a lot of things off of past experiences and patterns, so that when something actually happens, we kind of already expect it because it's happened before and we're prepared for it. So that's another weird habit. We seem to have a sixth sense, in some instances. Another weird habit that INTJs have is the ability to memorize numbers pretty easily. I've noticed that whenever I get a new card, a new debit card or credit card, after I've looked at the card, a couple of times and updated it, in different accounts, I automatically remember the number, the new security code, that type of thing. The same thing with those routing numbers, not the routing numbers. Like, what do you call those things? Like if you have a computer router or a phone router, they have the little password on the back of it. It's all these crazy letters, crazy numbers. I can memorize those after I've looked at them a couple of times or after I've entered them into something a couple of times. And thankfully, I don't use my powers for evil, because if somebody were to give me their credit card or something, to enter it in for whatever reason, after I've looked at it a couple of times, like, it will be memorized, at least for that day anyway. Like, I will have it memorized. So that's funny. But yeah, we have a really good, or I guess a really weird habit of just remembering random series of numbers. Another weird habit that INTJs have is we try to make all of our errands as efficient as possible. If I have anywhere to go, I will not just do that one thing. Like if I need to pick up a package or something and it's like, a little bit out of my way, I refuse to just do that one thing. Like, because to me, it's a wasted trip, even though it's not really, because I needed to do it. But like, if I have to do that, then I'll be like, okay, well, let me wash my car while I'm out, or let me drop this off at the cleaners while I'm out, or let me do this and let me do that. Like, I can't just do one errand if I have something to do. I will try to make it as efficient as possible and knock out even more tasks if I can. So that's another weird one. We do a lot on our errand runs. Another weird thing that we do is we plan everything. Like typically my backup plan has a backup plan. And while we can be spontaneous and in the moment sometimes, it's just not how we operate best. Like if you were to look at my Google Calendar right now on my phone, you would think I'm OCD. Like I have literally everything planned out, time blocked, scheduled to a T. And it's so funny because like little do my friends know, even on our little outings that we go to, like we're going to a restaurant tomorrow, that is in my calendar, like right now, that's planned out. So that's I guess that's kind of weird to some people. We literally plan everything. Now, the next weird habit that we have, and I was honestly a little bit skeptical to put this one in, but I was like, who cares? We talk to ourselves. Like we really will talk to ourselves, and it helps us to like talk things out. If it's an issue that we're trying to solve, sometimes, honestly, a lot of times, we talk that through out loud. And if we're not doing it out loud, we are talking to ourselves in our heads. Like there is always a conversation going on 24/7. It could be about the most random thing. It could be about something serious, but we are always talking to ourselves in some way. Like it's giving unhinged, honestly. Yeah, so INTJs, we be talking to ourselves sometimes. And honestly, I feel like I am the most hilarious person that I know. So I will honestly just start laughing out the blue sometimes, like just due to this internal joke that I told myself. Unhinged, very unhinged. So the next weird habit that INTJs have is that we keep a list of everything. I have a list in my phone of all the things that I want to do before the year is out. I have a list of restaurants that I want to try in different states, a list of decorations that I want to buy for certain rooms in the house. Like I have a list for everything. And even outside of my phone, in little random spots all throughout the house, I have a written list of just random things. So I don't know what it is, but we love a good list. Another weird habit that INTJs have is we come up with different scenarios in our heads so we can determine how to best react to this imaginary situation if it ever happens, because we really like to be prepared. Kind of weird when I think about it. You guys probably do this too, but I don't know. I just like being prepared for the unpreparable. That don't even make sense, but I like being as prepared as much as I possibly can because I don't know. I just don't like being blindsided by things and I don't like being caught off guard. Another weird habit that we have is we try to do as much stuff online just so we can avoid having to deal with people. For me, grocery shopping is a big one. I hate grocery shopping. I do not like having to deal with people, so I opt for grocery pickup or honestly, more times than not, grocery delivery. I can honestly deal without having to do mundane tasks for the rest of my life. Like just a couple of months ago, I had to renew my driver's license because I needed to update the address. And of course, I tried to do it online first, but I needed to go in, unfortunately. It's just like if I can make my life easier and more convenient, I will do so. If I don't have to leave my house or leave my car to get something done, send it my way. I'm all for it. Like, please save my time. And I can guarantee you, if you ever see me out and about doing this little mundane task, just know the only reason is because I could not do it online. And a few people in my life just don't get it. My mom especially, like she never understands why I would rather order something online and wait, 1 or 2 days instead of just running to the store 5 minutes away to pick it up. And this situation just happened a couple of weeks ago. I ran out of ibuprofen, so I ordered some more through Amazon, but like I didn't need it that same day. And my mom was like, well, why didn't you just go 1 minute down the street to the store to pick it up and you would have it, like right now? And I was like, cause girl, that's an inconvenience to me. But she just don't get it, y'all. And honestly, I've noticed a lot of people don't really get it the way that we do. I just don't like inconveniencing myself when I could just have something delivered straight to my door, or I can get something done online with half the work, usually half the time, and I don't have to deal with people. To me, that makes more sense. And the last weird habit that INTJs have, or it may just be me, is we eat our food a certain way. For me, this sounds so crazy to say out loud, but like for circular foods, so for like hamburgers, I have to eat the perimeter before I eat the middle. I don't know why. And another instance of this is when I was younger anyway, I would only eat a certain, like if I were eating something that were, a lot of different colors, so like M&Ms or Skittles or Sour Patch Kids or something, or those little gummy worms, I would have to eat a certain color first and then another color after and then another color after. Like I couldn't just pick one up and eat it. It has to be a certain color. But now that I think about it, I might just be OCD more than anything. But that's another weird habit I think INTJs may have. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have a certain way that we eat, or we only eat certain things a certain way. I don't know. It's weird. And I checked a couple of forums too for INTJs just to make sure I'm not the crazy one. And apparently this is a thing. Like we just have a certain way that we eat certain foods. So that's kind of weird. So those are all of the weird INTJ habits that I have. Let me know if any of these resonated with you. And if you have any new ones that I didn't list, drop those down in the comments because I probably do those too. But I will see you guys in the next video. I have some more INTJ content coming very soon. Life has been crazy busy, as I'm sure it is for you guys too, but I will see you in the next one.